Alrighty, welcome back, any and everybody. This is Linen Otter, here to do another episode of Burrows. Had a slight delay in recording this, because there were some technical issues that I thankfully was able to overcome, and so now, I'm ready to just start this where we left off. We were just about to make our not really an escape, our daring assault, really. But first things first, we're getting on Ken's motorcycle. And can the three of us really fit on this thing? You're the skinniest, so get in the middle. Gray, you hold on to my shoulders and make sure she stays put. We reluctantly climb on, Ken barely giving us a moment to get comfortable before speeding off. It takes all my strength to keep John pinned to Ken. At the speed we're going, the signs and buildings all melt together into a smeared pastiche of small-town America. My eyes are tearing up. I've never felt more alive. Go faster, bad boy. I'll take you out on the highway next time. Then we can really go wild. Aw, I'm such a... It's so easy for me to start shipping people. Do I suddenly ship Ken and John? I mean, I can see Ken changing his preferences over time. I can see him being more open to it. But, let's see. Speaking of preferences changing. Here we go. Not unless you buy us helmets. We start to slow down as we pass rows of motor shops and garages. Even at this early hour, all manner of varmints are hard at work repairing cars and shining engines until they sparkle like the sun. We're stopping here. It's then that we walk up to Johnny's shop. I gulp, wondering what final words they'll exchange before our fated mission. You two, follow me inside. Are you sure? Unless you want to be seen sitting on a stolen bike, yes. And I hope. We awkwardly hop off his back, pins and needles assaulting my crotch as everything comes back to life. Oh, youch! I don't know how you tuck it all back so often, John. I do no such thing. Huh? I thought that was part of the female illusion. Sweetie, the men either don't notice or don't care if they're coming after me. Huh. And a long dress doesn't hurt. Ah, so it's laziness. Enough dawdling. Come on. The bell jingles as the three of us shuffle into Johnny's shop. Like before, I'm in awe of how many massive engines and motors he's managed to fit into such a small room. I'm also surprised at how I forgot to do my timer for the 50th time on this YouTube channel. Let's see. There we are. My, this place positively reeks of manliness. No, that's just motor oil. He storms up to the front desk and starts tapping the service bell incessantly. What voice did I do for this guy? Alright. I can only move so fast with one. His eyes widen as he spots Ken. That surprise is quickly replaced with disdain as he snatches his hat off the desk, securely fastening it with one hand. What are you doing showing your face around here? Didn't I tell you earlier to get out of town, cat? Yeah, well, I was never too good at taking orders. That much is clear. I see you brought the paws. And another one. Looks like you got better at making friends, Ken. Don't worry about them. I'm here for you. I gulp at the tension between them. I'd assume the reunion between old friends would be more heartfelt. Yeah? What more can I give you? I fixed your bike. I gave you that. And now I'm giving you my time. What else do you want? My good leg? Some money? Ken, let's just... Ken reaches into his jacket and pulls out what I've been dreading. A shiny silver gun. Are you kidding me? What the? He slams it onto the desk, leaning over it, and practically touching noses with Johnny, who doesn't budge. Tell me why this is fake. What? The raccoon chuckles, tapping the barrel of the gun so it spins like a bottle at a sleepover. Do you really think I'd be able to sleep at night if I gave you the tools to murder that man? Oh, that's just a prop gun. I bought it to scare off any potential robbers. I was sorta hoping you'd go through with the plan, never noticing only to pull it out and hear nothing but a little pop. He leans an elbow on his crutch, laughing beside himself. The look on your face would be priceless. God, if I could only be there for it. Oh, this is no laughing matter, boy. Yeah? So you're saying I should have helped him kill that bastard? No, this isn't a fucking game, Johnny. Why did you? He slouches back, eyes to the floor. Why didn't you tell me? The plan wouldn't have changed. I wasn't going to kill anyone. I'm upset because you didn't trust me. You assumed I was only out for revenge. What do you call this then? Justice? Yes. You look me in the eyes and tell me you weren't planning on killing him. Vulcan? Scout's honor. Wow. At this point, I'm just waiting to see who throws the first punch. Oh, you damn fool. Worrying me for all these years just to show up and... He finally cracks, leaning on both elbows to support himself as he covers his eyes. Oh, I was always lagging behind. Always fighting to keep your attention. You know, I would have done anything you asked, just so you'd keep me around. Johnny. He surprises me by walking around the desk and hugging the raccoon from behind. Aw, oh my gosh! Where's this coming from? Things aren't like back then. I wanted to become strong enough to support both of our weights. Then why did you leave me behind? I would have... He chokes on his words. I would have followed you anywhere. I didn't care if what they were saying was true or not. I didn't mean to. But you did! So I got strong all on my own. I spent the last 3 years telling myself I didn't need you. With or without you, I was going to become a respectable man. someone you could be proud of. And then you come back asking the impossible of me. What was I supposed to do? Lose you all over again? Let you get yourself killed? Johnny, I'm so sorry. Ken buries his face into Johnny's neck. I've always been a shitty friend to you. You never should have waited for me. I was dumb enough to think you'd move on, make a life for yourself and forget all about me. Then you should have never taken pity on me back then. It wasn't pity. Liar. I've never lied to you a day in my life, Johnny. Never. He signals for Ken to back up, and he stumbles to his feet, his crutch suddenly seeming flimsy in his wobbling arms. Whew. Well, you'll always be my friend. Whatever happens, He closes his eyes and sighs. You're my favorite person. Ken leans in and kisses Johnny on the cheek, laughing away his tears, the same way he did for me in the Golden Place. I love you too, Johnny. I promise I'm coming back. Ken grabs the gun and rushes past us toward the door. And that's your first lie. Promising me the impossible. Me and John stand there, trying to process everything. Johnny collects himself and clears his throat to get our attention. You two don't realize what you're getting into. Ken doesn't trust people so easily. He's put his faith in us for a reason. Well, that's not what I mean. You're about to see him at his worst, and he expects you to stay by his side. Then we will. As simple as that. I envy you two, really. Ken knows I'd just be holding him back. That's why you two are. No, that's not it, Johnny. You're the one he cares about the most, evidently. He simply doesn't want to put you in harm's way. By not involving you these last few years, he's been protecting your reputation. Maybe. Either way, you have some awful big shoes to fill. He chuckles and taps his fake leg. Well, shoe. Keep him safe, boss. Fox. We nod and give him a scout salute. He returns it and we bid our farewells. Ken waits outside, crouched by the front door and wiping tears away as we approach. Hey. I hope you two didn't lose faith in me just now. I swear this was never a... I grip his shoulder and offer a smile. I wouldn't call a murderer a friend. You wouldn't lead us down that path. He smiles weakly, taking a deep breath before hopping to his feet. All right then. The road awaits us. Get on before I change my mind and leave you behind. Oh, I almost forgot. I gasp as he whips out the note Johnny gave me the day before. I'd almost forgotten about it. I had. Finally, time to read this. He flips it over and scans it over. What's it say?
Let's go.
Lad?
No.
We drive past the city limits. Deep down, I fear the road will loop again like the last time, but Ken seems to know exactly which way to go to avoid triggering it. He tells us Doc lives decently far from the township proper, his home office being still a few miles out. I figure now is as good a time as any to ask about it, the crime he's been accused of. Hey,
Yeah?
what happened to put you in this situation to begin with? It's hard to hear him over the wind whipping past us, but I feel a sigh resonate in his chest. He clutches his locket as we wait at a traffic light.
I guess it's only fair. You're sticking your neck out for me, so you should know why. It's just hard.
Come on, Ken, we know it is.
Talking about that night, I mean.
I get it, but... He stays quiet for a while, long enough that the light turns green again, yet we stay put. Thankfully, we're the only ones on the road right now.
I'll tell you this much.
I brace myself. Finally, some answers.
3 years back, I had myself a girl. I know, right? Me. Had the same grumpy face back then as I do now, but she liked me all the same. Scared the out of me. That a cute, preppy chick like her would pick me. Thought it was a senior prank, or that someone put her up to it just to get a rise out of me. I'd been a loner all 4 years of high school. Why bother trying now? But as soon as I made her laugh, it was over. I let down all my walls when I was around her. I could finally relax, think things through rationally. Like how I feel when I'm around you. After the third date, I finally calmed down a little. She felt so fragile in my arms. I worried she'd shatter like glass if I squeezed too tight. I had to learn how to be gentle. She tamed me. Made me want to be good for the first time, but her dad hated my guts. Nothing surprising, you know, I was a punk back then too. You already met him. Officer Frank.
Oh, what?
Yeah, sorry for keeping it from you for this long. He had it out for me from the very beginning, whether it was because of my attitude or my fur. Honestly, I don't think he needed a reason. I was an easy target, and every schmuck with an authority complex needs someone to make an example out of. So, it's only natural that after that night...
He chokes on his words and revs the bike a few times, only to stop after moving a few feet forward.
It was the night of the spring formal. Neither of us wanted to go, wanted to deal with the judgment of our peers. She said she knew a place not far from town where we could be alone. My heart was racing at the thought of finally, you know. Girls were always so scary up until then. You never know what they're really thinking. Some part of me still thought this was all leading up to some giant prank. That all her friends would pop out of the woodwork with a camera and catch me looking like a lovesick fool. It would prove these nagging voices in my head right. But that never happened. We just sat and talked in that old barn all night. It was like something out of a movie. I could hardly believe it. That didn't help, you know? How practiced her words felt, how scripted and cliche the whole thing was. Everyone inside me was screaming to run, to escape this obvious trap.
Everyone? Okay, I was wondering, that's an interesting... that was an interesting choice of word.
And then she gave me this look, waiting to see what I'd do. Most guys would jump at the chance, but me? I just froze. I guess that wasn't good enough, so she decided to make the first move. Before I knew it, she was kissing me. I wanted to enjoy it, but my mind wouldn't stop racing. Was I doing it right? Was I supposed to push back with more force? Less? Would she cry rape if I touched her? God, saying it all back, he really did me up, huh? Anyway, I did my best to keep up with her, but then it appeared right behind her.
It?
A shudder ran up his body, his tail painfully crooked.
Whoa. I forgot this story had horror elements.
I don't know what to call it, but it was like the world was paper and a person-shaped hole was cut out of it. All the shadows in the room were a part of its body. It was everywhere, surrounding us, threatening to close in and swallow us whole. Something in me knew that if it so much as touched me, it'd all be over. And then I noticed it was connected to her shadow. So I panicked and
he cuts himself off with a whimper.
I pushed her off of me and backed away as far as I could. My back hit a wall and I felt trapped. I couldn't even form words. I could tell I was scaring her. God, I wish I could have calmed down and just explained myself, but instead she tried to get close to me, bringing that thing with her. I was so focused on it that I didn't even notice I'd kicked over the lantern until I started smelling smoke. And it all went up in flames so fast.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It wasn't my fault, okay? It was just a horrible accident. Her screams. I couldn't do anything. It was already too late. She reached for me, but God, the skin on her hand was already gone. I couldn't... I ran. Shut the hell up. I know, okay? I f***ed up. I f***ed up. I f***ed up. Don't f***ing judge me. You weren't there. It was all so fast and... Shh. It was so odd. I had to get out and I just... Anyone would have done the same. You can't. I'm just here to listen. I can't say what I would have done. But I'm judging. John in the background. Sorry. Liar. God, I deserve all of this. It was an accident. I should have tried harder. You were just a kid. He finally breaks down and starts bawling, head tucked into his chest. I tap John on the shoulder, who mouths, "What do you want me to do?" back at me. Lad, that's a grim tale indeed. But I agree with Gray here that, given the circumstances, there wasn't much you could do. I'm not sure I would do much different in your shoes, especially at that age. It doesn't matter. I could have saved... Can. Oh, please stop punishing yourself for this. Even if you could have, it's over. Not for me, it isn't. He sits upright, wiping snot from his muzzle and flicking it onto the pavement. I've relived that night every second of every day. Over and over again. This is a hell of my own making. Every step toward my inevitable execution. Then, we'll just have to keep you on the right path. Right, Gray? I'm not. Doing my best to keep strong for his sake. We're here because we believe in you. If Doc is somehow connected to this happening to you, we'll get the answers together. The only way this will work is if we stay honest with each other, okay? If you see something we don't, tell us. Okay, I'll try. I'm just so used to keeping that to myself. That kind of thing's been drilled into me. Nobody is beyond saving. Somewhere, somebody knows how to help you live a normal life. And we'll find it together. John clears his throat and pinches my thigh. John clears his throat and pinches my thigh. And I don't care. We can't go home until I know I can leave Ken in good hands. Yeah, you're right. Oh, fuck. Let's keep going. We're almost there. Without another word, we continue along the road. I sigh in satisfaction as we gain speed, and the road underneath us becomes as smooth as butter. The world around us blurs, and I find myself zoning out. This must be the only way Ken can escape those memories. My attention refocuses as we slow down, pulling onto a dirt road that leads into a thicket. Huh? Where are we now? That I need you. Wait, no, it's where are you now? It's still too early to head to docks, so I figured we should lay low. Somewhere nobody will think to look. That place being the middle of nowhere? To you, maybe. But to me and Johnny. Oh. We stopped before a crude-looking shack made of rusted scrap metal and sharpened branches. A rubber tractor tire serves as the only entrance. The word welcome written on it in faded orange paint. This was our whole world.
Ah, is this a secret fort?
Good eye, boss. Me and Johnny put it together one summer. Used all the tricks we learned as scouts and some scrap we might have borrowed.
He flips down the kickstand and turns off the back, making a beeline for the entrance. Can you fit through there?
What do you mean? I haven't grown that much since.
He cuts himself off with a grunt as he struggles to even get his shoulders through the hobbit-sized doorway.
Alright. Maybe it's been a while since I last tried.
That's cute. Surely there's another way in. I jump as he kicks the tire aside, a tiny piece of my childhood dying as it rolls lifelessly into the woods behind us. Huh? That works. Shall we? Ian sneers as he gestures toward the crude entrance, bowing like a maitre d'.
Welcome to the shack.
Wow, that must have seemed spicy for a 10-year-old.
You have no idea.
My back pops painfully as I bend over and dive into a surprisingly comfortable pile of pillows and cushions. John's next to follow, grunting as his own aged body contorts to fit a child's idea of good interior design. Ken's last, grabbing a curtain that's been rigged to a pulley to cover up the hole. The place is dimly lit, sunlight pouring in through gaps in the latticed branches that act as a roof.
We practically spent every summer here until high school. It was the only place us freaks could get a little peace of mind.
It's certainly more thought out than the ones I made as a kid. What's that boxer thing?
Oh, right.
He grabs a black box with a silver dial, blowing off sheets of dust.
It's a portable radio. Got it a few years ago so I could tap into the police comms frequencies.
A few years? So you were...
Yeah, hiding out here for a while.
He shoves his arms behind a cushion. Fishing blindly until he pulls out some ancient-looking magazines.
Good to know these old playbirds are still here. Wasn't much else to do in a place like this.
Oh gosh. Me and John gag and stand up at the same time, imagining every inch of this place covered in dried panther. And we'll have to continue this next time. What was this place covered in? We'll never know. That was pretty interesting. Wow, what a backstory for Ken, though. You know, I have some theories of my own, to be completely honest. I'm wondering if... Because, I mean, Ken inadvertently, through an accident, it killed Officer Frank's daughter? Yeah, he's gonna hold that against you for a while. And I can see why from his perspective, Officer Frank, he sees Ken as a murderer. I mean, accident's an accident for sure. But it definitely illuminates things. I'm wondering if, basically, I'm curious because all this. I mean, the main question is why these characters. Why John? Why Gray? Why Ken? Why Gabriel? Why Hero? And why the other guy? I forget his name. Why these characters? Why have they been seemingly targeted by Virgil? And I have to wonder if maybe Officer Frank did some kind of deal with the devil to get revenge on Ken. And maybe all of these characters, Gray included, something in their past made somebody have it out for them, and maybe each person made a deal, and that's why they were all targeted. So that's interesting. But regardless, we're gonna have to pause it here for now. That was emotional, but I want to make sure that this video isn't too long so I can get it uploaded in a semi-reasonable fashion. I've been busy with online courses. I'm taking some pharmacy classes online to see if I can't become a pharmacy tech, just to make some more money, and hopefully fund some of these creative projects of mine. But so that's taking up some time. It's been a part of the reason I haven't been able to stream or record or whatever as much lately. But I'm gonna make a change for sure. Gonna make sure I keep doing it. But in the meantime, thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked it. If you have any suggestions of other videos or other visual novels to do in the future, because we are coming to the end of this route for Ken, as well as I think Socially Awkward and a couple other ones on my channel. Feel free to leave those suggestions on in the comments. I really like getting any comments. I try to read them all and respond to them as best as I can. You know, and that engagement helps the channel grow. I'm still so close to 1,000. It's a shame that I had a small dip in consistency so close to 1,000, but we're gonna keep making that push. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a good night, a good day, a good evening, whatever it is for you. And we'll see you next time. Take care. Bye for now.